Today we are gathered here to discuss the case study topic on barriers to effective listening and students' real-time experiences with the TED Talks and listening exercise. And here we have students from first year mechatronics, Mechatronics department, and they are Bhavapriyan, Devadarshan, Prajit Kumar, Hariharasudan and Akalya. So here these people are going to share their real-time experience when they are assigned to listen to the TED Talks for the very first time. So when I assigned them to listen to the TED Talks, I asked them to work on the areas such as what are all the difficulties they are facing when they are listening to the native speaker, because this is the very basic steps to improve their listening to the next level. So here people gather to share their experience and summary about the TED Talks, what they have seen. So we'll listen to them first.
Hello, I'm Bhavapriyan. So first time I listened to TED Talks, I actually did not realize it was actually a TED Talk. Another thing is, I usually used to listen to TED Talks when I am doing some other thing and not actually listening it. So one of the difficulties I faced was focusing into it and remembering it. So whenever I recall, I need someone else to talk about it. That's the time I would recall it. Until then, I wouldn't remember it or realize I listened to the TED Talk, the particular TED Talk. And certainly, the native accent doesn't act as a major barrier when you focus and listen to other videos, like other native speaking accent videos on YouTube and other platforms of online. So, one of the suggestions I would give is focusing on the TED Talk and listening carefully instead of listening to a TED Talk while doing some other thing and treating it as a podcast for entertainment. Though it includes entertainment and tech topics, we should give it some space and focus on it and treat it as a whole other important domain to grasp some knowledge from it. And moreover, for improving our language, helps a lot. And that's all I'd like to conclude and give it to Devadarshan.
Hi, I'm Devadarshan from University. I face many kind of issues in TED Talks. Like I face the.
So which TED Talks or listening exercise you have
Think fast, talk smart. That I face that issue was I can't listen many completely and more long time, like, and they do not do that in very practical, like practically செஞ்சா அது கொஞ்சம் புரியுற மாதிரி இருக்கும். அண்ட் அவங்க வாயிலே சொல்கிறனால நம்மளால் இமேஜின் பண்ணவும் முடியாது. அது இல்லாமல் மோர் கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் அதை வாட்ச் பண்ணவும் முடியல.
So like Devadarshan wants to highlight that the focus is very important when you are listening to the TED Talks. Being a native, being a native speaker as using Tamil, when he is listening to the language of English in the sense without the support of subtitles and all, it's too difficult to understand the content actually. So what about you, Prajit?
I'm Prajit Kumar. I'm from University next year. I speak about the importance of sleep. I listen to the talks. I don't know how to select the title of the talks. It is very difficult to select the title of the talks. And I select the title. How I listen, I don't know. It's very fast. Speaking is very fast. His language, I don't understand the language, but I hear, repeat and repeat. It will know might better than the first time. And I doesn't understand his body language, and I prepared first time, but in stage I have much scary. Speak about in students, it's very scary about me.
Okay, I'm Hariharasudan from University department, first year. Actually, I listened to fashion listening skills. I face some issues like vocabulary. The native speaker is speaking very fastly. I cannot understand the vocabulary, and we need to focus very sharply. If we distract some other times, it will not work out correctly. We should get stronger in vocabulary and focusing. In listening, we need focus. Without focus, we cannot understand the native speaker. And other issues difficulty faced in listening. That's all. We need focusing.
And with that, Atalya.
Hi, I am Amalya from University first year. I listened the topic how to speak so that the people want to listen. The author is Junior Treasure. It is very difficult to listen and distract from their emotions and feelings about lost something. Poor internet connection or low quality video effects and standing. Download the videos and listen.
Okay, so I would like to conclude the discussion by saying that most people do not listen with the intent to understand. So this is what actually happened. And they listen with the intent to reply, which was quoted by Stephen Covey. So this is the real thing. You can connect it with, especially when you people share that you repeatedly use the term focus need to be given, and that fast utterance of the native speaker, and that their vocabulary is too difficult to understand for me at the beginning. So hopefully you people spend listen to the same content maximum 2 to 3 times. So when you listen to the same content 2 to 3 times to equip yourself and to keep yourself better in a listening part. And also I would like to say that you cannot skip those difficulties, because TED Talks is one of the supporting tool to improve your language skills, being a fresher actually. So when you are listening to those things, avoid watching the subtitles first, because you have to get the information from the words, how they are interpreting it. If you go with the subtitle in the sense, in the beginning it will support, whereas you are not supposed to receive the accent, as Hari has well said, that fast utterance, you cannot cope yourself with that fastness. So that thing must be avoided, and also you just make it as a practice, okay? So instead of spending the whole day to listen to the TED Talks, better you can make it as a habit of listening to the TED Talks in a daily basis. So you can take some you just watch it as a reels kind of stuff, shorts and all. So by doing it, you can improve your language slow and steadily. Even you can so now you have set of experience about, so this is what TED Talks and how the people are sharing the information. So when I'm listening to the native speaker, their accent will be like this. I have this kind of a problem. So this is the very stepping stone to realize where we are supposed to work on to improve it, okay? So as you mentioned, the focus and listening to be improved for each and every one of you.
Another thing I'd like to add is the purpose. Not many people realize the purpose when they are listening to a TED Talk.
The thing is that they didn't realize, are they listening or hearing, in the sense, if someone is raising question from that given topic, at that time they realize that, oh, someone is sharing something, and also that listening should be in an active way to improve your listening ability and other stuff, and that, because once you are good at listening, in the sense, automatically it improves your communication skills also. So hopefully we'll meet you in another discussion, okay? Thank you.